Hey, good morning, Rhonda. All right. Hang out in there for a little bit. Go for a walk. And you're going to hang out there for a little bit again. You can have that. Just loud. Okay? Feel me, buddy? You know what I'm saying? Listen. Okay. Maybe I should turn on some light. Hey, Valeria, there she is. I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
How is your teaching in English? How is that coming along? Are you practicing?
Yeah, I'm practicing quite better. Thank you.
Good. Good.
Yeah. How are you, Steve?
You say a little louder. I'm using a different device. It's not quite as loud. So can you say a little louder?
How are you? I asked you.
Oh, thank you. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah.
Good morning.
Uncertainties that are uncomfortable, but I'm okay. It's all right. We are in the nicest Texas weather of the year right now. Early spring. It warm days, not hot, just warm. Cool nights, sunshine, very little humidity so far. This is a very, very nice time of year. Any day now, blue bonnets, Indian paintbrush, and wildflowers start popping up. That's pretty exciting.
It's the same in Italy, I think.
Sorry?
It's the same here in Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, warm, not hot. Quite nice.
I'm here in Boston. It's nice too.
Great.
60. We
Yeah,
swimming
good.
today.
So, Shaganda, Stina.
Hey, see. Yeah, I'm in Michigan currently. I'm sorry, I will turn on my video in a while. That's
Can you say
okay.
that a little louder? I'm sorry, my speaker is not very strong.
This is Suganda. I live in Michigan, and this is my first class with you.
Okay.
And is it okay if I turn on my video in a little bit?
Yeah, it's no problem. What I do, this is a group practice, so just like a yoga class, you roll out your mat, you along. But what I do with the video is I set it on spotlight. So if everybody has their settings at speaker view, everybody will only be seeing me. So that way you can have your video on, but still have privacy. And it helps me if I can see what you're doing. And
Okay. Yeah.
helps me to figure out what cues to put out there.
As far as the evidence shows.
You say that again? Is that Lulu doll? I didn't.
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, my tablet died, so I'm using the phone, and the speaker on the phone is not very loud. So if y'all say something, just say it loud and strong. So I can hear it. Thanks. Let's give this a few more minutes. Like I'm thinking, Tres más, 3 more minutes. While you're waiting, if you haven't already, perhaps you would like to have items available, things like blocks. I like blocks. I like to be able to sip water or tea. A towel is a pretty good prop. Not only does it wipe sweat away, but you can use it like a strap, fines, stuff like that. Sometimes it's nice to have a towel for cushion underneath. whatever your groove is, just take a few moments to situate your things, kind of just creating your little yoga space. One minute. Okay, we will get going here. I'm going to mute you out. You'll have the ability to unmute yourself if necessary. Sound check. If you can hear me, please raise your hand or your foot, either one. Outstanding. Rhonda, you can hear me? Yes, good. I mentioned earlier, this should be set up in a manner where you're only seeing me. If you see everybody, just change your view to speaker view, please. And once that is established, good. If you would, it would help me with your camera on. It just helps me to offer more appropriate cueing, but it is not required. If you must and feel necessary to turn your camera off, that's totally cool. I'll take y'all through the very first power yoga sequence that I ever learned. It was my introduction to power yoga, and it was interesting. So let's see how that unfolds. We're going to start out standing. So at the top of your mat, just come to standing position. Feet are about a foot apart. Your knees are over ankles, hips are over knees, and shoulders are up over hips. Turn your palms forward and just take a minute to come into breath. What do I mean by that? Well, put your lips together and breathe through your nose if appropriate. Begin to lengthen and deepen breath by inhale to full capacity, exhale to full evacuation. And then just smooth it out, even it out. So the inhale matches the exhale. And it's pretty cool if you can just notice the pause at the top and the bottom of each breath cycle. Time kind of stops there. Now your next exhale, just fall forward, hang in a forward fold, and grab opposite elbows. Just grab your elbows. Bring your ears inside of your biceps. And it's okay if your knees are a little bent. If you need to bend your knees a little, that's okay. Let's just give the spine a minute to lengthen. And we can kind of practice how to breathe deep with our stomach muscles engaged. Anytime you're folded forward, you want your stomach engaged. Protect your spine. Just become still. breathe, feel. The cues that I offer, the suggestions that I offer, they're going to be very generic, and I might offer a few options with each suggestion. But gosh, if you have an option that works better for you, please embrace it, engage in it. Because ultimately, this is your practice. You make the final choice on what you do with it. And if it's appropriate, you can begin to try to straighten the knees a little. Just allow your hamstrings to lengthen, your breath to deepen, your mind to quiet, your face to soften. And let go of your elbows. And if you have a back problem, you can use your hands to walk up your legs. But let's come up one vertebrae at a time, rolling up. Use hands to make it easier on your back if you need to. Come all the way to standing. Hands are at sides, palms are forward. You can bring your feet together if you like, and leave them hips width. Either way is cool. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your breastbone. And just start dropping your head back. Now, it doesn't matter what this looks like. What does it feel like? Lay your head back to a personal degree. We just want to feel something, but we don't want to feel so much that we cannot remain equanimous, meaning not so much sensation that we cannot remain non-reactive. Calm. Now with breast lifting, head laying back, inhale, reach your arms out and up. Let palms come together and maybe stretch arms back. Maybe. It's up to you. Exhale, folding forward. Reach out of this. Reach long with your hands, long spine, and go around your back until the very last minute. If you need to bend your knees, cool. Put your palms on the mat. Now with hands down, glance forward. Lengthen your spine. Knees bent is okay. Exhale, chest to thighs. And again, walk your hands up your legs if necessary, but roll up to standing, this time with hands going up above you. You can take a little back bend if necessary. Now exhale, fold forward again, reaching out, reaching long with length, rounding spine. At the very last moment, palms come to the mat. Keeping your hands down, a little knee bend if you need. Inhale, glance out, lengthen. Exhale, step or quietly hop your feet back to a plank. We're just going to hold here and investigate this. Use sensation to feel hips and shoulders at same height. If necessary, you can lower knees, but keep a plank if the knees are down. A ramp with your body. Press into palms strongly, but not overdo it. Just a little strength here. Point your nose at the mat and try to reach the top of your skull towards that front wall. Legs are strong. Take one more breath. Exhale, bend your elbows and lower down chest about 2 inches, 5 centimeters off the ground, and hold. And if you're not able to hold here, please use knees. It's the same thing. Breathe, that's 3. Another breath. Exhale out. Now inhale with knees up or knees down. Roll to the top of your feet. Press into your palms. Bend your spine as you roll shoulders back. Lift your skull. It can be a cobra where thighs come off the mat, knees come off the mat. It's an up dog. Just breathe here. Feel this. With your head lifted, maybe tuck your chin a little bit. Looks great. One more breath. Exhale your way to down dog. If you feel strong, you can throw a little push-up after the back bend before you come up. Whoa. Let's just kind of investigate this so we know what we're working with. The downward facing dog. Pressing into palms, gently. You can try to rotate palms away from each other. They're not going anywhere. We're just bringing our elbows to pointing back instead of out to the sides. Engaging something in our armpits or lats or ribs. Let your heels drop back, knowing they don't have to touch the mat. It really doesn't matter. Just feel. Press out through backs of knees. And maybe swoop your tailbone up a little. The possibilities are endless. It's really search, seek out, identify space, sensation, all while remaining calm, autonomous, non-reactive, and breathing sweet and deep and free. Take a breath, push back through your butt bones. Exhale, step or quietly hop your feet to your hands. Keep your palms on the mat. You can bend your knees a little bit. An inhale glances forward. An exhale folds. With a flat spine, inhale, rise, reach up high. Continue the dance. This is Ashtanga warm-up number 1. Exhale, fold forward. We're just going to flow with it. Palms on the mat. Inhale, lengthen, look forward a little. Exhale, step or hop to a plank pose. And follow that exhale, lower down, 1 inch off the mat. Inhale to tops of the feet, bend your spine, lift your skull. Exhale, right to down dog. Add that push up if you feel it. Ooh. Whoa. We might be a little warmer. You might be investigating a little deeper into the pose. And just feeling. Always coming back to breath. Down dog, a great place to recenter. It's not easy, but it's definitely steady and stable. Notice distance of hands and feet, if it's appropriate, if it's strong, not wobbly, not unstable. Mind is quiet. Keeping the dance alive. We'll go to warm-up number 2. Breathe in as you glance forward, and then an exhale, walk or hop, feet quietly to hands. Bend your knees and sit down. Inhale. Reach torso and arms up. Pick out chair or fierce pose in Utkatasana. Lengthen. Just drop your tail. Reach your hands. Maybe pull biceps behind your ears. Take a breath. Exhale. Straighten legs. Flow forward. Palms to the mat. Little knee bend if necessary. Breathe in and glance out for length. Breathe out to upper push-up position and lower with control. A couple inches off the mat. Inhale, tops of feet, back bending. Exhale to downward facing dog and lunge your right foot up between your hands. Turn your left heel down, left foot flat. Inhale, raise torso up over hips. Reach your hands up high. You can even touch your palms here if you like. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to plank and lower with a little sweetness and control. Feel your biceps on your ribs. A breath in will bend your spine. Up dog, cobra, all the same. Breathe out to down dog. Ooh. And then lunge your left foot to your hands. Turn your right foot flat. And take a breath in. Rise up again. Reach arms up high. Warrior. Exhale. Hands to the mat. Step to plank. Lower with control. Inhale, bending. Exhale, pressing. A little warmer. Heart rate is rising a little bit. Drop your head and let your neck get some length. Flirt with the tailbone. Tilt it up. Feel what that does with your spine. If you find that your heels are more than 2 or 3 inches off the floor, a little tiny step with each foot forward and let them sink back a little bit. But know that they don't have to touch the ground. Just feel something from heel bone to sit bone. If you're really looking for some more sensation here, explore pressing armpits into towards ankles and indulge in the sweetest shoulder stretches. Yeah. forward. Take an inhale, glance forward, and then exhale, step or quietly float, feet forward, the hands, palms stay down, knees can bend if necessary. Bend your knees a little more, squat down, inhale, reach up. This is chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Hands a little low, breath a little long, inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale to plank and lower with control. Inhale for back bend, Cobrasana, up dog. Breathe out, maybe do a push up into down dog. Step your right foot to your hand. Round your left foot. Strong into foot. Inhale, up, reach high. Exhale, palms to the mat. Step it to plank and lower with a little control. Follow your inhale as you bend your spine, lift the top of the skull, tuck your chin a little. Exhale into down dog. Push up or not, it don't matter. Step left foot lunging, right foot flat, press right foot. Inhale, rise, reach. You can always catch a back bend up at the top of this one. Breathe out, bring your hands to the mat, step on back, left foot next to right, and lower stone. Take a breath, roll the tops of your feet, let your spine bend. Breathe out, maybe push up, maybe not, find down dog. And again, just refine your dog now. Do the body scan from heel bones to knee bones to sit bones, finding length, a little stretch, back sides of legs. From tailbone to brainstem, some lengthening, some sweetening. From palms to armpit, maybe a little pressing, chin tucking, belly, stomach muscles engaged anytime you're forward folding, because we love our spine. Take a breath and glance forward and then breathe out. Step or hop your feet to your hand. Palms, just keep them firmly planted. Inhale, lengthen as you glance out. Exhale, melt. Flat back, maybe swing arms wide. Inhale, rise. Continue to reach hands up high. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe in, get that half lift with hands down low. Breathe out in vinyasa. That means plank, lower slow. Breathe in, back bend. Breathe out, down dog. Don't miss even a beat. Take one inhale in down dog. Exhale to plank. So both feet are back. We're in an upward push-up position. Drop your left knee. We're going to modify. Left knee to the mat. Inhale, open your right hand up high. This is a modified side plank, also called baby arm balance. We'll refine here. Press into the bottom of your right foot. Bring your left shoulder over left wrist, right shoulder under right wrist, and just spread your arms so wide. You can turn your eyes up towards your right thumb if the neck allows. Now, if you're feeling strong with it, now extend your left leg, lift your left knee, only if necessary. You don't have to, it's option. And for a few of you, you might feel precocious. It might be cool to start lifting your right leg. Again, suggestion, options, the possibilities are endless. Now, if you have 2 feet or 1 foot and a knee on the mat, maybe open your right arm back as you try to point right chest towards ceiling. Big breath, spread, open everything. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Step the plank, going slow. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. One inhale in down dog. Exhale to plank. Drop your right knee this time. Lean in the right hand and inhale. Open left hand to the sky. Boom. So it's a modified side plank, right? It's refined. Lengthen arms, bring shoulders and wrists in a nice line with each other. Don't need mirror. Use sensation. You'll feel when you're there. That left foot, press into the sole of your left foot like suction cup. Can you feel your inner left thigh? Ooh. Open your chest a little, and if necessary, now go ahead and lengthen your right leg, both knees off. Only if you're feeling it. Again, look for sensation without blowing your calmness out the water, right? Good. We can always lift the left leg if you want. You don't have to. It's just an option. And for a few of you, perhaps start opening left arm back towards that wall behind you. I mean, rotate your chest, face the ceiling. Look at the ceiling. If you got it, use right side obliques to the left. One more breath. Bring left hand to plank pose and lower slowly. And inhale for your back bend of choice. And exhale as you down dog, perhaps punctuated by push-up. Look, not even missing beat. Keep the dance alive. Glance forward. Breathe in. Tilt tailbone up. Breathe out. Step or hop. Beat the hands. Keeping palms down. Lengthen on an inhale. Glance out. Now exhale. Melt. Pull belly button to spine. Chest to thighs. Drop your head. Flat spine. Inhale. Rise. Reach up high. Open. No, bring your feet together. Exhale, drop your right hand down to your right thigh. Now breathe in. Lift your left hand as high as you can. Push into your left foot. Your right hip a little bit. Breathe out. Take a bend to the right. Just an easy one. We're going to be here for 3 breaths. Each inhale, left hand reaches a little further. Each exhale, right hand drops a little deeper. Pressing in the left foot, slight lift of right hip. Feel every bit of it. Inhale, come up center. Drop your left hand. Take another breath. Reach right hand. Push in the right foot. Lift left hip a little bit. Now exhale. Slight bend to the left. Feel the right side of your body just open and squeeze. You know what we do. 3 breaths here. Inhale, reaches right hand. Left hand drops left hand. If you're feeling it, you can reach up with your left hand, grab your right wrist, strength to open. It's an option. Now inhale, come back center, reaching maybe a back bend here if necessary. Exhale, take a forward fold, hands to the mat. Open your feet up, shoulders width. Reach your hands around behind you, interlace your fingers. Take a big breath of air as you straighten your elbows. Now exhale, strong stomach, pull forward, and let your knuckles come up and over to personal degree. If your knuckles are touching the ground, cool, but let's not run laps about it. It's just not that big a deal. We're just looking to feel. Couple breaths here. Nice shoulder opening after side balancing. Yes, take a breath. Exhale, place your palms on the mat. Knees bent or not, it's up to you. Inhale, glance out and lengthen. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Exhale, hop or float or walk to plank, lower arm down. Take a breath into a back bend, your choice. Breathe out, rest to down dog. Lunge with your right foot. Flatten your left foot. Inhale, come back up to warrior 1. Feel the arms up in the sky. Left hip kind of turning towards center. Your left knee will tell you when you're there. Remember, not pain, just sensation. Exhale, rotate torso to the left wall and open your arms wide. You're in Dandasana. Take a glance down. Can you see the inside of your right foot? How about your right knee? Is it pressing forward, bending? Turn your gaze down your right fingertips. Take a breath of air. Keep your legs just like they are and exhale. Right hand down to block or floor on the inside of your right foot. Inhale your left hand towards the ceiling. Called bent knee triangle here. Let your pelvis drop a little so there's some spreading and some lengthening. Look, open chest, stretch hands away from each other. Really try to bring right shoulder, left shoulder back over right shoulder. Good. Now, you can hang out here and explore this and feel every bit of this. Or if you feel adventurous, bend your right elbow, start swiggling or finagling, right shoulder, kind of under and behind right knee. Swing right arm up and behind right thigh, outer right thigh. Drop your left hand behind your back. And if you can't reach your fingers, no problem. Grab your shirt or your Lululemons. It's okay. You can grab something besides fingers. If you took the bind now, open your right shoulder, open your left shoulder back, back, back. Spread the nipples apart. Take a look over your left shoulder. Drop pelvis. Ooh, big breath of air here. Big inhale. Exhale. Bound or not, release hands to the mat. Left foot is still flat, hands on either side of right foot. Right knee still bending. Now, left hand, place it on the block or on the ankle or on the toe. Inhale, put your right hand on block, ankle, or toe. I apologize. Inhale, rotate your torso to the left wall and reach your left hand towards the sky. Now, full triangle, straighten right leg. Good. Right leg straightens. At this point, keep just there you go. You got it. Keep reaching. Kind of a weird place to straighten the leg, huh? Take another breath. We can even open more here if you feel it. You can start to open left chest towards the sky. One more breath. Exhale, rotate your torso so both chests are facing the mat. Open your arms wide like airplane wings. Both legs are straight. You can step your left foot forward a little if necessary. Take a breath, lengthen through the spine. Now exhale, put your left hand on a block or an ankle. If you're really feeling precocious, put your left hand on the floor outside of your right foot. Place your right hand on your right hip and begin to rotate your torso to the right wall. Let your right hip go back, left hip go forward. Once you've found your personal rotation, open your right hand to the sky. Revolve triangle. Trikonasana. We can always look up at our fingers if it's appropriate for the neck. If not, look down. It's cool. Good. Strong into legs. One more breath. Exhale. Bring your right hand down. Chest is equal to mat. Open your arms wide. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Hands to the mat. Drop your head towards your knee or your shin. A little stretch here. Good. Push into your palms. Inhale. Step right foot back to plank. Upper push-up position. Exhale, come on down with control, all the way down, halfway down, your choice. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Left foot lunging, right foot pivots flat. I know we're moving and grooving. Keep the dance alive. Inhale, come up to warrior one. Let your right hip come forward until your right knee says enough. Now, breathe out to rotate torso to right wall. Open your arms wide. Legs are still strong and energized. Use eyes to kind of check off on left knee, left foot. Cool. Turn gaze down, left hand. Take one more breath. Follow your exhale. Eyes on left hand. Bring left hand down to mat or block inside of left foot. Inhale, right hand reaches the ceiling. Bent knee triangle. Feel something here. Reach out to your hands. Let the shoulders and wrists all come in alignment together. Use mind's eye sensation to feel that. Ooh, ooh. Now, again, same deal. You can hang out here, explore this. But if you're feeling it, drop. Left shoulder down, kind of inside of left knee, and swoop your left arm around the outer, under and outer left thigh. Drop right hand behind back. If the fingers meet and bind, great. If not, no problem. Grab some clothing. It's okay. Good. Check where your hands are. Are they on the butt cheek or the crease of the butt? No? Yes? If they are, bring them up on the thigh a little bit. IT band, outer left thigh. and rotate your right shoulder open. Let the pelvis drop with some sweet stretching in the inner right thigh. Ooh, maybe pull breastbone away from hips, away from pelvis. One more breath. Now, bound or not, exhale, release. Hands to the mat, either side of left foot. Now, this time, straighten your left leg here. Okay, I know I messed it up on the other side. Put your left hand on left ankle or a block, and maybe hook your toe with your fingers and rotate your chest open to right wall. Bring your right hand to the ceiling. While you're here in this trikonasana, this triangle, try to bring right shoulder back over left shoulder. Slide your left hip down under right hip and remove any wrinkles from the right side of your shirt. You just do that by lengthening spine. Pull breastbone away from pubic bone. Eyes up, eyes down, don't matter. Inhale, open as much as you like. Exhale, rotate the airplane. Torso faces the mat, chest faces the mat, arms out wide, flat spine. Just float here for one big inhale. Beautiful, y'all look great. Now, exhale, your right hand down to left foot, left ankle, left block, or even put it outside of your left foot. That's kind of intense. Put your left hand on your left hip and start to rotate your torso towards that left wall. Keeping calm, breathing steady. Once your rotation is made, then open left hand to the sky. Rita Trikonasana. You know, anytime you're in a triangle, straight leg triangle, you can contemplate how many different triangles is your body making right now. Right top of my head, I can think of 3. There's probably more. One more big breath in. Exhale it out and start rotating to airplane. Lift arms, reach wide. Big, big inhale. Float your spine. Breathe out. Hands on the mat. Head on the leg. Woo. Don't miss a beat. Firm into palms. Inhale. Step left leg back to plank. Top of your inhale. Exhale. Bend elbows. Come on down and graze your ribs with your biceps. Sweetness there. Knees up or knees down, don't matter. Inhale for back bend. And exhale, maybe catch a push up and get to a downward facing dog. Bravo. Your breaths here. And you should be nicely warming. Fires are building in thighs, glutes. You explore this down dog. You check out. It's kind of a little checkpoint of what you've done so far. Maybe heels are dropping lower. Maybe armpits are pressing a little deeper. Just to your degree. All fine sensation, but man, don't overload it. Keep the calmness. Good. Breathe. Now, inhale, glance forward. Exhale, step or float. Keep the hands. Hands stay a little low. Inhale, glance out for some length. Strong belly as you exhale and fold into the stretch here. Uttanasana. Flatten your spine. Inhale. Sweep arms out and wide as you rise. Reach high. Exhale. Take that forward fold. Uttanasana. Hands down. Inhale. Glance out. Exhale to plank. Lower with control. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale to Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Right foot lunging. This time, keep your left heel up, left toes down. Okay? Runner's lunge. Put your right hand on your right hip. Inhale, come up, shoulders over hips. Reach your left hand high. It's one hand crescent. Exhale, rotate your torso as you drop your left elbow outside of your right thigh. It's just a little twist. Now, some of y'all might want to connect your armpit and your knee. You can get that deep. It's personal. Find your twist and then put your right palm against your left palm. Gently press into your right hand. Draw, show wrists and elbows into alignment with each other. And again, pressing in right palm finds your personal twist. It's your twist, nobody else's twist. It's not going to be the same. Breathe. Take a look over your right shoulder. You can always set your left knee down. This is a balance pose first. Without the balance, the stretch don't matter. One more breath. Exhale, place both hands on the mat, each side of right foot. Lower your left knee and walk. Heel toe, bring your right foot over towards your left hand. Drop your right knee down behind your right wrist. And use your left toes to walk your left knee back, back, back. Feel something in the top of your left thigh. Good. Called pigeon pose. From here, lower your left forearm first to keep some security, then your right forearm. Now, some of us, our right foot might be down by our left hip if we're tight. Some of us, our right foot might be up by our left armpit if we're loose. And the hips are like fingerprints, man. Everybody's got a different shape, a different configuration. So your right foot goes where your knee and your hip says it goes. Breathe. You can dig into palms, pull the flesh of your belly long, glance forward. Now breathe out and walk your hands long and lower down, if appropriate. If it feels wrong, maybe don't do it. But if it feels sweet, please indulge. Probably one of the nicest hip openers available to us. Whatever we are holding on to in that right hip, oh, just let it off. Don't need it no more. An inhale starts walking your hands back towards your shin. Then exhale, tucks your left toes under and lifts your left knee. And then an inhale draws your right foot back to plank pose. Exhale, lower with control. Ooh. Take an inhale for your back bend. And exhale into down dog. That push-up is still available anytime you want it. Left foot lunging, right foot stays up, right heel stays up. Remember, left hand on your left hip. Big inhale, rise up, right hand reaches high like a one hand press and pose. Now exhale, hook right elbow just a little outside of your left thigh. It's personal. It's personal how deep you go. You can slide your armpit down to your knee if it's there, but if the kidney, the belly, the rib, if something says, hey, dude, not cool, don't do it. Find your length, your personal spot. Bring left palm to right palm, and then start to align wrists and elbows. Just move your wrists into alignment with elbows and some pressure into your left palm to kind of help assist the twist. It's again personal. Now, if you're pardon me, if you're finding that your pelvis, your back of your hips is pushing towards one wall and your chest is going towards the other wall, pull your breastbone away from your hips, come into alignment. Maybe look over your left shoulder. These are all possibilities, all suggestions, looking for length, opening space. Full inhale, big inhale, like you're taking a big rip off a bomb. Exhale, put both hands on the mat, either side of the foot, then lower your right knee. Ooh. Left foot, heel toe, walk it over to right hand. Drop your left knee down towards left wrist, pigeon pose. Or right toes can walk your right knee back until you feel the top of your right thigh lengthen. And then just come down one forearm at a time securely. Nice. Release the top of your right foot. Good. You can hang out here if you want to get a little deeper. Press into your forearms and pull your rib cage forward away from your pubic bone. Now breathe out and walk hands forward and just melt into the sweetness of this hippo. What are we feeling? Deep down under your left butt cheek. It's called piriformis muscle. The top of your right thigh got a pretty important muscle called iliopsoas. They're both lengthening, just in kind of different directions, right? Let it open. Breath stay steady. Heart might be pumping. Breath is moving smooth. Face is soft. Mind is quiet. Let an inhale. Walk your hands back towards your shin. And exhale. Tucks the right toes under. Straighten the right leg. Right knee comes up. Inhale. Step the plank. Full inhale. Exhale. Follow it down. You know, vinyasa. It's a chaturanga. An inhale to a back bend. Exhale down dog. Take a breath, glance forward, exhale, flow or step your feet to your hands. Palms remain a little low as you inhale and lengthen. Then let the air out as you fold, engaging belly muscle. Inhale, come up to standing. Exhale, drop your arms, your hands behind your back. And you can put prayer hands behind your back, fingers up, wrists down. Some of us, that ain't happening. I don't have that flexibility yet. If that's you, grab elbows. That's your modification. Step your right foot back about 5 feet. Rotate to the right. Tell you what, bring your hands to your hips. I'm getting ahead of the game. Now take a look down. All 10 toes are facing the right wall. Feet are about 5 feet apart. What is that, 1.5 meters if you're not in the United States? With hands on hips, kind of work your hands around to the back of your pelvis. Drop your head back to personal degree. Start lifting your breastbone up away from pubic bone. Use your hands to keep your hips pressed forward. And then just let your head drop back over an exhale. A little more, a little back bend here. One more breath. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold forward. Oh. Take your hands down towards shins or ankles. You can even hook the big toes. It's a wide leg forward fold. What the hell are those words? Praksarita Padottanasana. Now, holding on with strong hands or fingers wherever you're at, glance forward, straighten your elbows. Inhale, pull tailbone away from chin, lengthen. Now, bend your elbows, strong biceps. Exhale, pull your chest down towards between thighs. I tell you what, if you feel the top of your skull on the mat, scoot your feet together a couple centimeters or inches, make some room for your skull, and then let your neck get up. Good. We'll sense in compressing the neck. Let's lengthen that. Now, dwell here. Let the pose do what it does. Your job is to find your personal degree of the pose, keep your breath steady and your mind quiet, and then the pose can do its job. You know you're going to feel amazing afterwards. It's going to bring you into some stillness, into some space, into some strength, into some length. Take one more breath. Breathe out and place your hands on the mat, kind of between your legs. Walk your feet together about 3 feet apart. It's about 1 meter. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen spine flat. Inhale, come up to standing. This time, drop your hands behind your back. And if you want to do reverse prayer hands behind your spine, that's cool. But you already know the modification. Grab elbows. Rotate right toes to the back of the mat. Rotate your torso to the back of the mat. Take a breath. Lift your chest. Drop your head back a little. Lengthen. Now exhale. Fold forward over your right thigh. Pull belly muscles to spine. Look up, pyramid pose. Or side intense stretch. Pars, Uttanasana. One more breath to lengthen your chin long. And now exhale. Just drop your head, round your back a little bit, nothing extreme. Once again, lengthen your back, flatten it now, and inhale. Come all the way up, keep the bind in your arms or hands. Rotate to front of the mat. Left foot facing front of the mat, right foot on an angle. Lift chest. Now exhale. Fold forward over left thigh. Right hip turning forward so that you're kind of centered over your left thigh. Uttanasana. Pyramid. Inside stretch. Breathe. And you know, you can lengthen one more inhale and then round your spine. Now lengthen your spine, remove the rounding. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, step right foot up next to left foot. Release your hands. Ooh, ooh. Lift your right knee while you breathe. Lift your right knee. You can use your right hand on your right ankle. Just place the bottom of your right foot on your upper inner left thigh. That's too high for you. Place it inside your left calf. That's okay. Either side of the knee, above or below, but not on. You can even put toes on the floor, heel on ankle. It's up to you. Left hand, front of left hip. Right hand, inner right thigh. Just spread. Left hip and right knee open away from each other. Ooh. Bring your palms together at your heart. Lengthen from top of skull. Ooh. Now focus your gaze. Drishti, focal point. Something that ain't moving. Don't look at me because I'm all over the place. Press into your palms and just breathe as you bring your arms up overhead. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. When you get to the top, interlace all but the index fingers. Draw biceps behind ears. Tuck chin. Lift top of skull. Take one more breath. Exhale. Palms come together. Bring them back to your heart. Ooh. Inhale. Right knee out in front. Remove your foot from your leg. Or exhale. Set it on down. Don't miss a beat. Take a breath as you lift your left knee. Reach down with left hand. Take a hold of left ankle. And now place the foot where it's appropriate. Way up high on thigh, above knee is pretty cool. Inside of the right calf is pretty cool. Heel on inner left ankle, toe on foot is pretty cool. Right hand, right hip, left hand, inner left thigh. And just use a little pressing to spread your pelvis, open this tree up. Palms come together at your heart. A little press into the palms, a little muscle engagement. Lift your skull, engage your belly muscles, and breathe in as you take the hands overhead. Interlace everything but the index fingers. Once you're there, bring biceps back behind ears if possible. Tuck chin if it's cool. Lift on one more inhale. Lift. Exhale. Palms together down at your heart. End of your exhale. Thumbs are at the heart. And inhale swings left knee out front. Left foot below left knee. And exhale. You just set your left foot down next to your right foot. And we continue to dance. Take a breath in. Sweep arms out wide. Reach high. Exhale, take that forward fold, chest to thighs, palms to the mat. Are your knees still bending? That's okay if they are. Maybe they've straightened. Keep palms down, take a glance out on an inhale, find some length. Exhale to plank, lower slope for some strength. Ooh. I kind of thought out where we're going, so take an inhale into the back bend. I remember now, exhale to down dog. In your down dog. Take a look forward between your hands. It's up to you how you do this. You can hop and float, or you can step and walk your feet all the way through your hands and come to a seat with your hands right next, palms next to hips on the mat, legs out front. It's called Dandasana. Yeah. And if you couldn't hop through, don't worry. I can't do that yet either. I can try and it's all right. Yeah. Lean back a little bit. Lift legs, lift arms. You're going to have knees and hands and shoulders about the same height. And you call Navasana. Both toes. Tendency is to crunch into this, rounding the spine. But there'll be a little bit, but let's not do too much of that. Lift your chest. Just take a few breaths here. This is the front of your spine, your stomach muscles. Very, very important. This yogic strengthening of stomach. One more breath. Keep your legs lifted, but set your palms on the mat about 30 centimeters back of your hips. One more inhale as you lower your feet with long straight legs down to the mat. Now exhale, press into your palms, press into your feet, and lift your torso up like upside down push-up. See if you can point your toes and lift your pelvis to a point where the toes are grazing the mat. Drop your head back, spread shoulders, let nipples face opposite directions, and breathe for goodness sake. One more inhale, last chance to lift. Exhale, lower your seat to the mat and take a breath as you lift right back up to both. Legs up, hands up, reaching, lengthening, strengthening for one, and then there's a two. Keep breathing. Soft in 3, 4, 5. Let's go to 10. Not rounding because we're not crunching. We're just breathing. 7, 8. Another big breath and lengthen. 9. Okay, ready. Inhale. Cross your ankles. Exhale as you lower your legs, bend your knees, roll through, hands to the mat, step back to plank or hop back to plank, and continue your exhale as you come on down to chaturanga. Remember, knees can be down, that's groovy. Breathe in for a back bend, feel lengthening of spine, opening of shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh, thank God, asana. Down dog never seemed so sweet, right? One breath. Lower your knees to the mat. Yeah, anytime you need, you can take knees. Now, you can push the child's pose here. That's okay. You can push there, breathe, and then jump back in when you're ready. And if you're still with me, continue to walk your knees up towards your hands at the front of the mat. Knees are about hip distance. Bring shoulders over hips, hips over knees, and then tuck your toes under. We're just standing on our knees. Bring your palms to the back around your kidneys. Your fingertips might be pointing down, tickling your glutes. And use a little hand strength to press quadriceps forward. Use a little stomach strength to pull the front of your pelvis towards the bottom of your ribs. Before we bend, let's lengthen this lumbar spine so we don't crunch anything, right? Be kind to your partner. This is your body, your loved one. On the inhale, lift your breastbone. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, drop your head back. Inhale, begin to lift breastbone a little more. Exhale, just bend back and slide shoulder blades behind the heart a little bit. Hands are still pushing thighs forward, lengthening lumbar. One another breath, a little length. And then an exhale, and just kind of lean back and round back and bend back a little more. Now, for some of you, it might be appropriate to release your palms to your heels. It's only if it's okay with you. It's not required. Lift your belly button towards ceiling, heart towards ceiling, thighs towards front wall, head dropping back and breathe for goodness sake. Now, one vertebrae at a time, head coming up last. On an inhale, come right back up to that, standing on knees. Bring knees together, open your ankles, release the top of your feet to the mat. Now you can exhale, hands to the mat and walking back, or exhale and just sit right down between your ankles. Two options, your choice for Virasana. Only sit down to personal degree. If you need hands on the mat, it's okay. Knees are pretty warm. And then let's do this. Let's go ahead, maybe put palms together at your heart, or maybe set your left hand palm up in your lap and put the back of your right hand on it, thumbs together. Tuck the chin a little bit, lift the skull. Your spine is long. Nice stroke along ankles and knees. Yes. Maybe close your eyes. 5 breaths. When you cool down too much, bring your hands to the mat and step one foot at a time back to upper push-up position. Line it up, knees up or knees down. Find your alignment with your mind's eye, with your sensation. Feel hips and shoulders even, lengthening through neck. 1, big inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, drag your biceps along your ribs as you lower to personal degree. Inhale for a back bend. Exhale to down dog. Now, just like before, choose your medicine. Pick your option, but glance forward and bring your feet through your hands to seated position, Dandasana. Legs out in front of you, shoulders over hips, palms on the mat next to your hips. Long spine. Awesome. Good. Don't even miss a beat. Keep it alive. Inhale. Reach up high. Lengthen. Pull your belly in. Stomach strong. And exhale. Fold forward. Keep that length as you fold forward. Maybe hook your toes with your 2 first fingers. Grab big toes. Maybe grab outside of your feet. Maybe grab the sides of your calves. You grab what is appropriate to you. Take another breath and lengthen. Breastbone and eyes towards feet again. Now, exhale. Bend your elbows and roll into this to appropriate degree. At the very end of your exhale, then drop your head. Danasana, or sitting on my butt and bending over my thighs. 3. So, from my understanding, most of your back injuries, they're going to happen forward bending. Set aside car accidents. But most of the time, it's when we bend over to pick something up, we bend over funky, something gets crushed. So anytime you're bending, let's be mindful of the jelly donuts between our backbones. Lengthen a little bit. Strong belly. You know what you can do here while you're pulling into this? You can practice breathing deep with the belly compressed. That means breathe behind your heart. Let your hands release. Just let them melt into the mat. And again, if you need to protect your spine, you can use your palms to walk. But begin, as you're breathing, to roll 1 vertebra at a time. You're coming up, but keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. Once shoulders are over hips, continue to roll 1 vertebra at a time, all the way to your back. And then the very last thing, the back of the skull touches the mat. It's like 1 long, sweet roll, right? Hey, sweet roll. Now I'm hungry. Okay, on your back. Bring your right knee to your chest and hug it in. Like really hug it in. This is a pose all on its own, stretch of its very own. Left hand to the outside of your right knee. You can drop your right arm open. And maybe you can hook the top of your right foot into the inner left leg as you use your left hand to bring your right knee up and over the left side of the room. You twist. Right shoulder stays down. Turn your gaze down towards your right arm. Let the neck twist opposite direction. Where you feel the stretch. Tension not meant as a negative word. It's a description of stretch. The tension. Breathe. Inhale into that tension. And then exhale and soften that. And let the full exhale be the best friend of deep spinal twisting. Come on back center. We're not there for long. Come back center and just make a switch. You're going to stretch your right leg out and hug your left knee in. Both arms. Give it a good snug hug. Love your leg, your knee. Give it a big hug. Cool. Right hand outside left knee. Left arm open like wing. Just bring your left knee over your body to the right side of the room. Yeah, that's an exhaling move. You can hook the top of your left foot behind your right leg. That's kind of nice. Turn your gaze down your left arm. Locate and identify the tension. Where is it at? Let your inhale go right to that spot. Big breath in. Feel that spot. Out exhale. Soft. Adios tension. There's a little, maybe a little more suppleness, more flexibility. Couple breaths. Just seeing that a couple people came in, and I'm wondering if that daylight savings time threw some confusion in the time. If I posted times. Now come back to center. Come back to center. Everybody back to center. Both knees, bring them to chest. You can have hands on hamstrings, or you can have hands holding shins, or maybe you can wrap your arms all the way around and grab your elbows on the far side of your shins. Tuck it in tight. Make a cannonball. Perhaps bring your cheekbones towards your knee. Begin to engage those three important areas. Toilet muscles. Try to draw your sit bones together without using your glutes. Stomach muscles. Try to draw your belly button towards your spine. Yeah, still tucked in tight. Throat. Tuck your chin just a little bit. Now, all this engagement. Full inhale. Stay engaged. Big breath in. Exhale. Release. Spread. Lengthen arms. Lengthen legs. Melt into Shavasana. You spent about 55 minutes preparing for this most important asana, Shavasana. And the key word with this pose is dissolve. Breath go to natural, moving as it does. Just let it all just settle. Synthesize. As the mind starts to wander, I tell you what, how about yoga, yoke, steer your mind to 3 points of gratitude. Breathe your soul into that gratitude. Let that gratitude kiss your soul. To stay right here as long as you like. There's really no such thing as too long savasana. There's your savasana. Take your time. I leave you with my gratitude. I leave you with my love. Om Shanti Shanti.